you need to track your data, boys. I talked about that a few videos ago. I know it may be boring, that it may be repetitive, but that's actually what separates you from all the other setters out there. That's what's gonna determine, are you making 1-2K a month or 10 to 15K a month. If you truly want to be an A player, you're gonna do it. Your client is gonna appreciate it, and even you will be thankful to yourself that you did it once you're making more money. So there are literally millions of reasons and benefits by only tracking and implementing a CRM into your work. A lot of businesses already have some sort of CRM built inside their business, so you need to ask your client about it. You can build your own, but before you do so, let them know, because they might have one prepared for you to use. A lot of CRMs online are paid, but me personally, I use Google Sheets. First, it's free, and second, you can customize it however you want. So this right here that I'm showing you right now is an example of my CRM. This is a CRM that I'm using for my appointment setting role for my client, but of course it's filled with a bunch of different leads, but I didn't want to show you all the leads because I don't have permission to share someone else's details here in the video. But yes, you'll see my point as I go along. First of all, what's CRM? What does CRM stand for? CRM stands for Customer Relationship Management. If you can't remember, write it down, because it's very important that you know what we are even talking about. So Customer Relationship Management, it's a way for you to track everything that's going on inside your business, and this right here is an example of CRM. So every lead that comes my way, whether I'm doing an outreach or it's an inbound lead, I place them in this CRM. What I do first is I put their username in this column right here. So let's say Setter Science, that's me, I'm someone's lead. Then next to it, there's an Instagram link, Instagram hook. So what you can do is just copy this, go into IG, paste it in search bar, Setter Science, go in their profile, or in my profile, of course. Once you're in, copy this and paste it in this space right here. So this is an Instagram link, and we use these too so we can actually contact them easier in the future, because it's literally impossible to remember every single lead you'll be handling, and I can definitely tell you that there's gonna be thousands of them. Then the next section I usually have is date added. It's somewhere in between, but this CRM that I'm showing you is the basic one. So date added section is the section where I put the dates when I added them to this CRM, just so I can manage everything quite better. Then the next one right here is follow-up date. We use this follow-ups date section to remind ourselves of the potential follow-ups in the future. If you, let's say, have a convo with a lead that is not in a position to invest right now, he needs to save some money, he needs to work, or anything else like that, you can simply add the date here in 10 days, let's say. So today is 22nd of March. Let's add him on 2nd of April 2024. This is our follow-up date. And when the date is due, this is gonna go green to remind you that the date is today to do that follow-up. But if it goes red, that means that the date has passed, and if you forgot to follow up, maybe by any chance, with the prospect, that's your sign to do so. For example, like I said, today is 22nd of March. You see here, the date is supposed to go green, but for some reason it's not going green. Yes, I don't know the thing, but on here you can see what I'm talking about. So 22nd of March is green, and all the other dates have passed. That means that, of course, it's your sign to do a follow-up if you maybe forgot to do so. What I want to point out right now is that this follow-up section is especially important with inbound leads. Since inbound leads cost money, so you need to literally squeeze every lead as much as you can. Maybe your guy is doing a paid ads or anything, he's investing his money to bring new inbound leads into his business, so like I said, you need to maximize everything. And also, I think I have already mentioned it before, it's important that you do multiple follow-ups to the prospects. People buy from people they know, like, and trust. And with those follow-ups, you're slowly building your way up and building that relationship, which I can guarantee you is the best foundation for potential deals in the future. Then this next thing is very, very important thing, maybe the most important thing in this CRM, and that's their status. What I mean by status is, let's say this is a lead, setter signs, he's on your lead status, he's a lead. You know, you reached out to him, he replied, you're having a convo, and he's a lead. Then, once you send him a VSL, a video sales letter that's meant to convert uninterested leads into interested booked calls, that's when you put this status here into this CRM. Then you send them Calendly, you book the call, you either close the call or it's a no sale. But very important thing here is to do daily updates of this CRM. So if you are handling, let's say, 20 leads per day, that means that you need to enter 20 guys every single day here and put their status so you can manage everything better. Like I said, it's impossible to remember of every single lead without actually writing them down. So this is how you make your life easier and scale the business, because there's no chance that you're gonna forget about one lead, which would be the case if you're not implementing a CRM into your work. Then the final part of this CRM is a section called notes. Obviously, you want to make as much money as you possibly can, and these notes are very important part to do so. If you have a lead and you book him onto a call, in the notes you're gonna put as much details as possible about the prospect so you can maximize the chances of the deal getting closed. Your client or closer, if he has any closer place inside his business, is gonna check these notes, and you need to take care of that. For example, how old the prospect is. Let's say he's 20 years old. Then what he does for work. Let's say he works in McDonald's. Then how much he can invest. Let's say he has 2K saved that he would be willing and capable of investing. So like I said, as many notes as possible. The more intel they have about every lead, your client and closer, before hopping on that call, the higher chances for that call to get closed. I am tracking all of the data. Everything is in here in my CRM, and maybe your client wants something else added. This CRM that I'm showing you right now is just the basic example, so you can literally add anything else you want. For example, like I said, if the guy is running ads, if he's recording TikToks and you're doing an outbound appointment sending for him, you're doing an outreach. That's what you can use as well. You need to mark this entire column, double click on it, drop down and add whatever you want. Let's say TikTok. This is a source of leads. Let's call it that way. Source. Then just change the color of the letters and bold it so it matches the other things. Anyways, what did I do? Let me do it again. So it's called source. We change the color and we bold it. That's pretty much it. Yeah, you see my point. Anyways, there's a TikTok, there's ads, and there is maybe outbound appointment setting. And then you can change the colors. TikTok is yellow, outbound is red, and ads are blue. Done. And pretty much that's it. You have successfully managed to do it. So if setter science lead is from TikTok, you put it like here. If you outreach to setter science, you put it as outbound. And if he dropped you a follow from the follow ads, like, I don't know, for example, if you want to know more, follow my page and watch my previous content, then you put him as an ads. Of course, you have to speak with your client about that and just see and check what he wants. But this is what a CRM system typically looks like. It's extremely important to put this in use because it will help you realize what you need to improve as a setter to make more money for yourself and for your company. Let's say you have a bunch of leads. Imagine there are many yellow statuses right here. Lead, 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 and all the way down. All the guys that you've been handling haven't progressed, and you have too many of these. They all ghosted you for some reason, they are not that interested, whatever. That's a very strong indicator that you're probably not doing such a good job as an appointment setter. Look, whether you want to accept it or not, data doesn't lie, and this right here is a very good sign that you have to improve as soon as possible. Also, maybe if you are an inbound setter, you have a script that your client told you to follow. In that case, just talk with your client because some work needs to be done with that script. However, always start from yourself. If the leads are ignoring you, you haven't managed to even get to the point where you present your solution or propose a call, that means that you're coming on too strong. You're giving them some red flags. Whatever the reason is, take a step back and see what's actually wrong with your appointment setting. Then, another example. Let's say we have a bunch of VSLs. VSL, 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 and VSL. That could mean two things. First, you're maybe sending the VSL too early. They watched it and didn't want to book a call because you didn't warm them up properly so the VSL can convert. And in that case, just talk with them a little bit more. Try to warm them up a little bit more, ask them a few more questions to find the pain point before sending it and saying, oh, I actually have a quick video that I think might be helpful for you. Or the second thing that might be wrong is VSL is terrible. It's not converting, and you have to speak with your client about that VSL so he can just improve it. For example, the VSL I have right now, I recorded it in maybe 4th take or something. I had 3 VSLs before that, but they simply weren't converting and I had to improve it. When the current one stops converting as well, I'm just gonna record a new, improved, better one. And that's what this CRM is all about. That's how I managed to realize that VSL needs to be changed, because I noticed too many VSL statuses and that was a strong indicator that some changes in the VSL need to be made. So just do the same if you're facing the same issue. Pretty much seeing your mistakes and improving them so you can maximize your success. That's what this CRM is about. Then, another example. Let's say you have a lot of Calendly sends. Sent, Calendly, Calendly sent, and all the way down. You see my point? And for any reason or another, they haven't booked the call yet. You're either offering a call too soon, you're not qualifying and actually building their interest, or there's also something wrong with your appointment setting process, with your wording, with your call proposals, whatever. Again, this is where you have to take a step back, review your messages, and just find out what you're doing wrong. Then let's say you have a lot of booked calls without closes, like here. You're booking the calls, it's booked, then more booked calls, and all the leads are booked, but there are no closes. Then that of course could mean that the person responsible for closing is not doing a good job, but still, we as an appointment setters must take credit for that too, because it could also mean that we are booking a lot of unqualified calls with people who are not in a position to invest, people who are not maybe even interested in whatever we are offering, people that maybe don't have much time or whatever it is. We have to take some responsibility because it's our job to provide our client with qualified, warm leads who are interested in our offer. Then let's say you have too many no sales. No sale, which is not something you would like to see. Bunch of these red ones is give me a headache already, even if it's just an example. So bunch of these no sales can mean that you're booking calls for too far in the future and the prospects just forget about it, or that you're forcing them to book that call. Let's say for an example, if you have a lead that you're pressuring in any way or another, and maybe he's just a polite person, he won't refuse your call proposal and he will book that call, but he's not interested and he simply won't show up on that call. Then the last thing is a bunch of these dark blue things, which is called closed. If we have a bunch of closed deals, that's amazing. We have a bunch of closed deals, that's amazing. You're doing a great job, VSL is converting, closer is doing a great job, everyone is performing very well, and you're making as much money as you want. You're living the dream life like I'm living here in Thailand. Hopefully you now can understand why it's important to implement CRM and actually track your data. With this data right here, you can determine exactly what's wrong and just improve it as you move forward. All of this data is super useful for both of you and your client, so you just need to keep him updated, and I'm sure he'll appreciate you even more, because obviously he'll be happy that you're putting so much effort into your work. I mean, that's completely normal. And at some point you can just ask for more commissions, for some sort of a monthly retainer, base pay plus certain percentage of a deal, whatever. You just need to perform, and this is what's actually gonna separate you and your performance from the performances of average guys. Anyways, boys, make sure to implement this into your client's business, into your appointment setting, and just start tracking the data, because data doesn't lie. Never forget that. This is what you must use if you don't want to be stuck at 1 to 2K a month, but rather scale it well past 10K a month. By the way, if you want this CRM, it's gonna be pasted somewhere above or below this video, so you can just use it. And also don't forget to make a copy of this CRM file before using it, so you can have your own. Because if you don't make a copy, all the changes that you made are gonna be shown to someone else who is also using it, who is also using this CRM. So pretty much the way you can copy this is just go File, obviously make a copy, name it however you want, and make a copy. Pretty much, yes. I hope this helps, boys. Thanks for watching and keep grinding. See you in the next video.